Right now, live at 5.
Why dating these shards of pottery can give a glimpse into Minnesota's ancient past.
Plus, the city of Duluth says they didn't see a lot of people comply with the snow emergency. A look at how many were ticketed or towed. But first,
President Biden announces more sanctions as the Pentagon says Russia's attack on Ukraine is now imminent. I'm Deborah Alfarone at the White House with the ways the Biden administration and NATO allies are coordinating to respond to Russia.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS 3.
Welcome to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look over Duluth tonight. A reminder, the city still has a snow emergency in place until 6 o'clock tonight, meaning cars may not be parked on emergency routes until after that order expires. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Kristen Bakke.
And I'm Briggs LaSavage. Turning gears now to the tension overseas. A senior U.S. defense official says Russian forces along Ukraine's borders are prepared and ready to conduct a full-scale invasion.
It comes as the international community rallies to Ukraine's side by imposing swift and severe sanctions against Russia. But Ukrainian officials are calling for more. Deborah Alfarone is at the White House with the latest.
The Biden administration has announced new sanctions against the Nord Stream 2 pipeline and its corporate officers. It comes one day after Germany halted certification of the project, which would have transported natural gas directly from Russia to Germany.
We have ensured that this is an $11 billion prize investment that is now a hunk of steel sitting at the bottom of the sea.
New satellite images show Russia's military buildup is growing along Ukraine's border, and U.S. officials say the Kremlin continues to send troops into rebel-held areas. At a United Nations General Assembly meeting in New York, Russia's representative made this threat.
The ceasefire will be monitored by the Russian armed forces. No one intends to go softly with any violators.
At the same meeting, U.S. Ambassador Linda Thomas-Greenfield warned that Russia's actions could set off a tidal wave of suffering across the world, including a spike in food prices and a refugee crisis.
Now is the time to get off of the sidelines. Let us together show Russia that it is isolated and alone in its aggressive actions.
Local Ukrainian media say its government's websites were targeted Wednesday by cyber attacks. Ukraine has mobilized its military reservists as tensions build.
We appreciate decisions already taken, but they're not enough to prevent Russia from changing their mind.
The European Union has scheduled an emergency meeting on Thursday to discuss further assistance to Ukraine and more possible consequences for Russia. Deborah Alfarone, CBS News, the White House.
The Biden administration says it is still willing to engage diplomatically with Russia only if it reverses course. Tomorrow, members of the U.S. Senate are expected to receive a briefing on the Russia-Ukraine crisis.
The federal trial of 3 former Minneapolis police officers is now in the hands of the jury. Alexander King, Thomas Lane, and Tu Tao are charged with violating George Floyd's civil rights. Prosecutors allege they deprived Floyd of his right to medical care when Derek Chauvin pressed his knee into Floyd's neck as the 46-year-old black man pleaded for air. King and Tao are also charged with failing to intervene to stop Chauvin during that May 2020 killing. After the jury was handed the case today, Floyd's girlfriend, Courtney Ross, spoke to the media about her thoughts on the case.
I stood by Floyd in life, and I'll stand by him in death, too, forever. We're linked in this world forever, and I will be loyal to him to the day I die.
Deliberations began today after a month-long trial.
Well, Dave's here now for a first look at the weather. Dave, still quite cold out there, but that blue sky and sunshine, boy, does that boost the spirits.
It really does, even when you're up at 10 to 7, snow blowing because the plow came by. You know, it takes a lot to knock you down.
Yeah.
Even though it's a lot of work in the wake of a snowstorm. Well, let's take a look at some of the beauty around the region and that is coming in the wake of said snowstorm. This is Highway 1 and 169 outside of Ely. Ahead is Ely, behind is Sedan. To your left, that would be the Boundary Waters a few miles in, and to the right would be Bearhead State Park. And it looks very nice up there. High pressure has made the sky beautifully blue, and the fresh white snow looks good too. And the roads, well, for most Minnesotans, they have improved greatly since last night. In fact, good driving conditions reported by MnDOT all across the region. But once you get into Wisconsin towards the UP, folks there are still playing a game of catch-up on the roadways because that's the zone that got a lot more snow than anybody else. I'll show a chart of the grand totals here in a few more minutes, but right now we'll look at our short-term forecast that says tonight we've got the cold charging in behind the departing low-pressure system. It'll drop to 10 below here in the Twin Ports. It could go to 30 below for Iron Rangers. And then tomorrow, 10 above is still about 17 degrees shy of normal. Tomorrow should be mostly sunny for most of us, but there is a zone with a chance of snow, and I'll tell you who that is again in a few more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. Duluth city leaders say compliance was low during its second snow emergency. Starting at 9 o'clock last night, parked cars had to be moved from marked snow emergency routes. City leaders say so far 62 cars were ticketed and 42 cars were towed for improper parking overnight. Once parking teams hit the streets at 9 p.m., they ticket cars on the route. They make a second pass around 2 a.m. If a ticketed car is still there, a tow will be requested. The snow emergency ends at 6 o'clock tonight. That's when regular parking rules resume. We're expecting updated totals tomorrow.
New information about an ancient artifact is giving archaeologists a glimpse into northern Minnesota's past.
The piece of Native American history was found in the Boundary Waters several years ago, but now new technology has pinpointed its date of origin for the very first time and bringing new information to light with it.
CBS 3's Quinn Gorham spoke with an archaeologist today about why this find is so exciting. Quinn?
Well, Kristen and Briggs, it's a collection of what they call pottery sherds, which are broken up pieces of pottery found in one location. With previous methods of carbon dating, large amounts of the material were needed to pinpoint a date. Fortunately, that's no longer the case. According to Lee Johnson, an archaeologist with Superior National Forest, they were able to date this artifact with a tiny remnant of carbon, likely left over from some food that once filled the pot. Now, archaeologists had previously believed people of the Laurel culture native to Minnesota, Michigan, and parts of Canada had inhabited the Boundary Waters roughly 2,000 years ago. Dated at 1600 to 1750 years ago, this artifact confirms that timeline, also providing possible insight into some of the other artifacts found in the area, like a shard of obsidian found near these pottery sherds.
The researchers were able to source it to Bear Gulch, Idaho, specifically. So that flake either came in through trade or people transported it in and dropped it at that site, that same site where that piece of pottery was dated.
Now, Johnson says determining the date of the pottery tells them just how extensive trade routes were more than 1,600 years ago. Both the pottery sherds and the obsidian flake were discovered several years ago, but this new discovery helps researchers pinpoint the time period they both came from. Forest officials say they were fairly confident they have sites in the forest that are as old as 9,000 or 10,000 years even, but it's really rare to confirm these precise dates of human use.
Very interesting story. Thanks, Quinn. Coming up tonight at 6, we'll hear more about the significance that this finding can have on Minnesota's indigenous cultures.
Still to come on Live at 5, improvements are coming to the IRA Civic Center in Grand Rapids. See the renderings coming up in City by City next.
You're watching CBS 3 Live at 5 with Kristen Vaki, Briggs LaSavage, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live Local CBS 3. Get your news on the go, the CBS 3 mobile app.
Kokudure Ojibwe College really supports your education no matter how long it takes you. It's a very good group of people here to help continue your education.
Are you over 50? Would you like to get up to 33% more income in retirement? Then call now for this free book, Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers, from a leading financial firm on maximizing your income in retirement. That's right, free. This free book reveals little-known secrets about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms that will help you make the right choices before buying an annuity. And it's free. Call Call right now for your free book. And as a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report. We researched over 1,200 annuities and summarized the rates and benefits of annuities from financially strong insurers. Again, that's annuity do's and don'ts for baby boomers and a free annuity rate report, both absolutely free for calling Annuity General today. Supplies are limited. Call now.
Call 800-816-8219. That's 800-816-8219.
As the helpful hardware folks in your neighborhood, Ace Hardware has everything you need to prepare for the changing seasons. From rakes for fall leaves to shovels and snowblowers for that first snowfall. Grilling season never ends here at Ace. We have a variety of high-quality grills and smokers like Traeger and the Big Green Egg, which are perfect for your holiday ham or turkey. For household projects, you'll always find a wide selection of paint, tools, and everything else you need to get the job done. Locally owned Miners Ace Hardware, located in Superior, off the Bong Bridge, next to Super One Foods.
Do you suffer from lower back pain while standing or walking? Northland Anesthesia Associates is here to provide you with surgical-free pain relief. With a fellowship-trained and board-certified staff, they offer each patient a customized, effective treatment plan. Call today for the relief you deserve.
Stay connected to Live Local CBS 3. Check out our exclusive content on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, as well as our mobile app, and join the conversation on today's big stories.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from the Two Harbors boat launch. The snow has wrapped up, and today the sun was out in full force. Certainly a refreshing change, and Dave will be in with your full forecast in just a few minutes. But first, let's take a look around the region. A veterans home in Silver Bay has won a National Quality Award, and Spirit Hearts Duluth Days begins tomorrow. All of that and more as we take you around the Northland, city by city. We start things off in Grand Rapids tonight, where the IRA Civic Center is gearing up for some big improvements next spring. In April of 2023, they'll begin a $13 million construction project. Improvements include the trusses and the roof on the main rink, which currently are deemed as structurally deficient. It also includes replacing the ice flooring and refrigeration system and making some ADA improvements, including installing an elevator and wheelchair bump outs in the bleachers. Next Tuesday, there will be a meeting in the upper lobby for those who have questions about the project or those who just want to learn some more about it. Next, we head over to Silver Bay, where the Veterans Home recently received a nationwide recognition. The Minnesota Veterans Home Silver Bay location received the Pinnacle Quality Insights 2022 Customer Experience Award in the Skilled Nursing Facility category. Pinnacle works with more than 2,600 care providers throughout the United States to assess their operation on several factors. They measure cleanliness, activities, personalized care, and more. Silver Bay was deemed best in class when compared to other facilities. And we wrap up in Duluth tonight with a fun annual event. Tomorrow through Sunday is Spirit Mountain's second annual Spirit Hearts Duluth Days. The event allows any Duluth resident to take advantage of several discounts at the ski hill. Lift tickets, rentals, and Nordic ski passes are all $5. And tomorrow night from 5 to 8, an hour of snow tubing is also just $5. Proof of a Duluth address will be required. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, send us an email, and it might be featured as we go around the Northland, city by city. Still to come on Live at 5, the value of giving back. What Superior students took away from their recent service learning project in just a few minutes.
Today's record low is 30 below from 1889. Tomorrow morning, places like Ely, International Falls, even Hibbing and Chisholm could be pretty close to that. Cold wave is coming in behind our big snowstorm. We'll look at snow totals, a big wrap up on that, and a look ahead towards how long this cold snap will last. All that after the break.
Stay connected to Live Local CBS 3. Check out our exclusive content on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, as well as our mobile app, and join the conversation on today's big stories.
At the DTA, we're making your bus ride even safer. You can now buy your ticket anytime, anywhere, using the new MyDTA app for mobile fare payment and trip planning. Contactless, safe, convenient.
Eric Paulson here from Discover Wisconsin. Join me and the rest of the crew every week on this station for all things Wisconsin. Continue the adventure on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and discoverwisconsin.com. And don't forget to subscribe to the Cabin Podcast, available wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts.
Find the home of your dreams with Homes by Edmunds. Whether you're buying or selling, trust Duluth's oldest real estate company, Homes by Edmunds, LLP. Sunday mornings at 10:30 on CBS 3.
At Bath Planet, our bathrooms are maintenance-free, made in the USA, and professionally installed by our certified installers to ensure your job will be done right the first time. For the month of February, we are offering no interest, no payments, and nothing down until 2023. We are also giving you 50% off all labor. Our products are backed by the Good Housekeeping Seal of Approval, so give us a call or go online to book your appointment today. Bath Planet, out of this world service, down to earth price.
Just follow me. I'll lead the way.
There's always something new under the sun.
Oh, you just put me in a good mood.
CBS Mornings, weekdays on CBS.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Now, the CBS 3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
All right, let's wrap up our snow totals, and they were extremely heavy in Wisconsin and towards the UP, although the reports coming in didn't include anybody from Gogebic County, so if you get decent snow there, call it into Duluth National Weather Service there. We would love to have your numbers for this chart, but this is the way it's stacked up then. Washburn, 33 inches, Herbster, 30, Cornucopia, 26, Ashland, 25, Red Cliff, 25 as well, Guile, 17, Oulu, as they pronounce it in Finland, or Oulu here, 11 inches, and Duluth in the Kenwood neighborhood, 11 inches as well from our weather spotter, Phil Snavy. Well, we did a lot of shoveling today, indeed, and a bit of snow blowing as well, but now we get a bit of a break for, where'd the picture go? Looks like it got dark early. Anyway, let's talk about current conditions here very quickly before we get into the next map. Hopefully that one's there. Well, I'm in space, and it's 7 degrees out here with sunshine coming down, thanks to high pressure that's taking over. Westerly, northwesterly winds running 7 miles per hour. Relative humidity now is low at 42%, and there is a wind chill factor of 5 below. Actual air temps tonight will be getting pretty chilly, but the winds will be fairly calm, so I don't think we're going to get a wind chill advisory. And speaking of chilly current temps here, we have 1 above International Falls, 5 for Evelyn and the Quad Cities, 10 down towards Moose Lake, and that 10 extends towards Superior and Solon Springs and La Pointe, but perks up to 13 for Hayward and goes back to 10 for Ironwood. Tonight, low temps could go towards 30 below from the ranges to the border, and 10 to 20 below for the rest of Minnesota, and about 10 below for Wisconsin and the UP. Now, I was getting around to mentioning that higher pressure is going to make it on the sunnier side for most of us for the next week ahead, but not all of us, not all of the time. Here's the setup then for tomorrow. High pressure from the north, of course, will make Minnesota sunny and dry, but Wisconsin and the UP could have the northern fringes of this low work up into the area and bring a chance for a little bit of light snow. It's not happening right now. We're seeing a clear sky in Minnesota, a couple of clouds here in Wisconsin and the UP, but not seeing too many snow showers trying to pop out of the deal. That'll come again tomorrow afternoon. And by the time tomorrow afternoon rolls around, well, Minnesotans probably won't get any snow from that low way to the south, but Wisconsin could manage half to about an inch as that system goes away. And it will go away because it's running under our area, and that wedge of higher pressure is going to keep most of it away from the area. And so, yeah, we may get a little bit Thursday, but then come Friday, the high takes over again, and we stay cool and dry. Now, how cool tonight? Minnesota low temps, as I mentioned, should run about 10 to 30 below with a clear to partly cloudy sky. Wisconsin, Michigan, about 8 to 13 below there, calm wind. For tomorrow, Wisconsin, Michigan, 40% chance for that light snow, highs 12 to 16 above. That's cooler than normal. Minnesota highs will run 5 inland to 13 down south with a mostly sunny sky. And like I mentioned, high pressure, except for this one aberration, will dominate us through next Wednesday, but the cold won't dominate us forever. It'll stay chilly through Friday morning, yes, but then we warm up starting on Saturday, and by next Tuesday, Wednesday, we could be perilously close to 30 degrees above zero.
Whew, that's a heat wave. Thanks, Dave. Well, thousands of Nordic skiers are hitting the trails in northwest Wisconsin. The American Birkebeiner kicked off today. Athletes competed in the open track races, all of which ended in downtown Hayward. Tomorrow, it's the Barky Berkey, where the skiers compete with the dogs. That's also when the kids compete in the Barnaberkey and the Junior Berkey. We'll take you to Hayward tomorrow night on the CBS 3 News at 5 and 6. The main 50 and 55K Berkey races begin early Saturday morning.
Some Superior students are celebrating the fruits of their labor after a month-long service learning project. All last month, 5th grade students at Cathedral of Christ the King have been collecting clothing, cleaning products, and hygiene items to help support the victims of the deadly Kentucky tornado. Earlier this month, the kids packed up 106 boxes of donated items to send south. While the project gave kids an opportunity to give back, they also learned some very important life skills along the way.
How to fold laundry. that was a big one. That's also a life skill that they need later on in life, right? How to pack boxes. I think their favorite thing to pack was the winter gear because they tried to see how much they could get in the box before I taped it shut and it didn't pop open like a jack-in-the-box.
Nielsen thanked Halver Lines for bringing all of the donations to Kentucky and Cooper Elementary for helping collect items. Students later got photos and cards from people impacted by the storm, thanking them for their hard work and support.
Awesome. Way to go, kids. Well, it's that time of the show where we get to talk about adoptable pets, and today's pet comes to us from Animal Allies here in Duluth.
Yeah, this is Coda. He is a 6-year-old pup looking for a loving home. Our friends at the shelter tell us he's a little shy, but once he gets to know you, he's very sweet. And if you like to play, he's all yours. Look, he's got a ball there. Precious. He doesn't want to give it up either.
A little tail.
Oh, a little stubby tail. Those are my favorite. He's a bigger guy, as you can see there, but that doesn't stop him from being a loving lap dog either. So if you want to cuddle, just call Coda, I guess. Well, if you'd like to set up an appointment to adopt Coda, you can call the number on your screen. Such a cute face.
Very, very cute. Still to come, up, up, and up. Rental costs are rising across the United States, and renters are reacting.
I'm telling you, you should open a business.
I wouldn't know where to begin.
I've got an idea.
I hope you like it.
I love it. Just one question. What's that?
It's a chair. New plan. You make the furniture, I make the ideas, NBC makes them happen.
That was always the plan.
Bring us your best ideas. National Bank of Commerce. We make more possible.
Russell, what does this have to do with law?
Absolutely nothing.
Hi, folks. Medicare Part C plans with extra benefits like getting money added back to your Social Security check may now be available to you in your zip code. Make sure you're not missing out. It's simple. 1, call the number on your screen. 2, they'll look up your zip code and see if you're eligible. 3, they'll check for plans with extra benefits like prescriptions, dental coverage, and the benefit that adds money back to your Social Security check every single month. Call now.
I called to get everything I deserve.
I called to check my zip code for a plan with a benefit that adds money back to my Social Security check.
I called to check my zip code.
Millions of people have called the Medicare Coverage Helpline. Call, check your zip code, see if you're eligible, and get what you deserve. Call now.
Call 1-800-476-5600. That's 1-800-476-5600 now.
Injured? Call Stockman Law Office. Serious injuries including wrongful death, recreational vehicles, boats, and dog bites. Call anytime 218-576-8599. No recovery, no fee. Stockman Law Office. Serious injuries, serious law.
It's only paint. It's only paint that comes in an award-winning twist and pour container. It's only paint that can cover the brightest shade of orange known to mankind in just one coat. It's only paint that will help you become TV's hottest writer, where one day you'll meet this guy who starred in that thing. So yeah, it's only paint. Only easy opening, smooth pouring, change your life both professionally and romantically. Paint. Right now at Menards, get 11% off everything, including Dutch Boy paint.
The final winter clearance is on at Northwest Outlet. Shop and get final markdowns on all winter clothing from the North Face and Columbia. Get savings like never before with final markdowns on all winter clothing from the North Face and Columbia. Jackets, coats, parkas, snow pants, footwear, hats, gloves, and mitts. All with final markdowns. Shop for other winter specials throughout the entire store. Come in, get great savings and the best winter clothing from Northwest Outlet Superior. The store that saves you more. Park free right next to the door.
Get your news on the go. The CBS 3 mobile app.
Well, it seems what goes up keeps going up.
Yeah, it sure does. Rental prices continue to rise across the country, and that's forcing tenants to make some difficult choices. Elise Preston reports.
Like, to me, it just really feels like I'm being forced out of my home.
Crystal Guerra is packing up and moving from her Miami apartment after the landlord raised her rent $400.
They told me, I think a couple days before the lease was due to be renewed, we want you to pay $19.50 a month.
According to Realtor.com, nationwide rent prices are up nearly 20% compared to last year. The Miami area saw the biggest jump. Rates increased more than 52%.
We've never seen anything quite like this in the rental market before.
Realtor.com chief economist Danielle Hale says a big reason why demand is outpacing supply.
We see that there's low vacancy. And so that means it's renters that are competing for units and not landlords competing to have renters fill their units.
And the increases are expected to continue. A survey shows 61% of landlords are planning rent hikes on at least one of their properties this year.
Experts do believe prices will start to stabilize in the coming months.
We do expect these pace of growth to slow down, but that means rents will still be at a pretty high level and growing, just at a closer to normal pace of growth.
I couldn't really find anything within my budget.
Crystal couldn't find an affordable place, so she's moving in with her boyfriend, something the couple wasn't planning to do this soon.
We're excited to kind of test that and see how it's going, but also it's one of those things where we recognize that it wasn't the way we wanted to do it.
And many renters are facing difficult choices as the cost of living continues to increase. Elise Preston, CBS News, New York.
Coming up on this busy news day, we go to the Pentagon to find out why the hundreds of thousands of veterans who leave the military still struggle to find a job. It's part of our series, Honoring Our Heroes. The CBS Evening News is just minutes away.
CBS 3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health St. Mary's Heart and Vascular Center. Visit essentiahealth.org/myheart to take our free online heart health risk assessment.
During the President's Day sale at Home Furniture, everything is on sale. Plus, 6-year special financing with no money down and no minimum purchase. This table and stools is now just $9.99 and get free shipping. The President's Day sale ends Sunday at Home Furniture.
Do you experience neck pain or suffer from chronic headaches? Northland Anesthesia Associates offers pain injections for these trouble areas. NAA provides a customized treatment plan to achieve the best outcome and highest patient satisfaction. Call today for the relief you deserve.
Tired of the cold? Then shop for your next vehicle during Kerry Toyota's annual indoor used car sale. We're filling the showroom with used vehicles and slashing prices. Every eligible used vehicle at Kerry Toyota comes with a Carfax quality inspection report and manufacturer powertrain warranty. Plus, with your used car purchase, receive a Kerry Toyota gift pack valued over $300. Hurry to experience the quality difference during Kerry Toyota's annual indoor used car sale. Voted best car dealer 22 times.
Hi, this is Brian.
And I'm Steven.
We'd like to wish you a happy and healthy new year.
Play It Again Sports and all of our employees would like to wish all the athletes good luck this winter and spring sports season.
Trade in, trade up, and save.
Find the home of your dreams with Homes by Edmunds. Whether you're buying or selling, trust Duluth's oldest real estate company, Homes by Edmunds, LLP. Sunday mornings at 10:30 on CBS 3.
Stickley, fine upholstery and leather, premium solid wood furniture, handcrafted by experienced artisans since 1900. For a limited time, enjoy 40% savings on all Stickley during the Stickley President's Day event, only at Home Furniture.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Canal Park on this Wednesday evening. Let's take a look back at today's top story and see what's coming up at 6.
Tonight at 5, we took a look at the city of Duluth's second snow emergency, which is still in effect until 6 tonight, about another half hour. City leaders say they saw low compliance with residents moving their cars off emergency routes, ticketing and towing dozens of cars.
And tonight at 6, the Minnesota Department of Health has launched a new interactive map that may help save the lives of people suffering from an overdose. Tonight we'll hear from Duluth police on how this tool may help tackle the opioid crisis in our region.
That's your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is next.
We'll see you back here at 6.